You, Sparrow.
Aye.
You were familiar with that ship, the Black Pearl.
I've heard of it.
Where does it make berth?
Where does it make berth? Have you not heard the stories? Captain Barbosa and his crew of miscreants sail from the dreaded Isla de Muerta. It's an island that cannot be found except by those who already know where it is.
The ship's real enough. Therefore, its anchorage must be a real place. Where is it?
Why ask me?
Because you're a pirate.
I thought pirates only existed as a Disney ride. Meant for an amusement park, but not for film. But in 2003, someone thought different, and his name was Gore Verbinski. And then it blew everyone's mind that it was so good, no one could pull it off except the star, Johnny Depp. I'm reviewing Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. Pirates of the Caribbean is a movie about pirates. Now, there's a lot more background to cover on the whole thing, where it came from, how it originated, but I like to keep this review of a 2.5-hour movie under an hour. One day, Gore Verbinski was a little kid in Disney, and he went on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, and he was like, I want to make a movie out of that one day! And then in 2003, he did! So let's set sail on Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, and see if his vision was really awesome, or if it just made you want to turn into a skull and crossbones yourselves. We start off in the fog, so obviously nothing bad will happen, as we see a young Elizabeth Swann singing the Forbidden Song. But she can't be singing for long because there's a little boy overboard.
Mary, Mother of God.
What happened here?
I'll tell you what happened.
Most likely the powder magazine.
Bowser.
Thinking it, I'm just saying it. Pirates.
There's no proof of that. It was probably an accident.
An accident? Okay, I never owned a pirate ship before, or just a ship before. How do you accidentally cause that to happen? What, did they just leave the oven on by accident? And on top of that, how did they not hear anything happen to that? They were like right next to it. How'd you not hear any cannons, any ship parts breaking? How'd you not hear anything? Next thing you'll be telling me that you can't hear a Spinosaurus walking up from behind you. Were you just really that distracted by Elizabeth Swann singing? And we get a pretty cool shot that shows us the ship that destroyed the other ship. And this movie has a bit of a plot twist here. See, that wasn't just a dream sequence. That was a dream sequence and a flashback. So young Elizabeth Swann is actually older Elizabeth Swann, played by Keira Knightley. She has a strange, bizarre-looking necklace that she ripped off of this kid, Will Turner's neck, because she was afraid that the others would find him to be a pirate and hang him. Speaking of Will Turner, we also see him in this scene as he grows up to be Orlando Bloom, whose occupation is a blacksmith.
The blade is folded steel. That's gold filigree laid into the handle.
Will, so good to see you. I had a dream about you last night.
About me? This was set entirely proper for you to...
About the day we met, do you remember?
How could I forget, Miss Swan?
Will, how many times must I ask you to call me Elizabeth?
Yeah, I totally can't see these two getting together by the end of the movie.
See? At least the boy has a sense of propriety. Now, we really must be going. Anyway.
Good day, Mr. Turner.
Yeah, this is funny, cutesy. Can we just get to the main star already? There he is! Johnny Depp playing Jack Sparrow. One of the most iconic and memorable characters in all of cinema. Jack, to me, is kind of like Peter Venkman from Ghostbusters. He sort of has that wisecrack talk. Like, a lot of his dialogue, he makes it sound serious, but it's actually goofy when you hear it.
No. And why not, Mr. Venkman? Because you did not use the magic word.
What is the magic word, Mr. Venkman?
Please.
This dock is off limits to civilians.
I'm terribly sorry, I didn't know. If I see one, I shall inform you immediately.
But unlike the rest of the audience, Norrington and the rest of Port Royal aren't exactly happy to see him.
Now will you shoot him? Open fire!
He comes across Turner, and they have a fun little fight scene together.
You threaten Miss Swan.
Only a little. You know what you're doing, I'll give you that. Excellent form. But how's your footwork? If I step here... Very good. And now I step again.
I actually don't think that this was part of the movie. I think they accidentally left the camera on, and Johnny Depp was actually teaching Orlando Bloom how to sword fight.
Who makes all these?
I do, and I practice with them 3 hours a day.
You need to find yourself a girl, mate. Or perhaps the reason you practice 3 hours a day is that you already found one and are otherwise incapable of wooing said strumpet.
I practice 3 hours a day so that when I meet a pirate, I can kill it.
Oh, okay. I guess we'll just assume that you're horrible at aiming. But this film really wants to get moving right away. At about the half-hour mark, a mysterious black ship enters Port Royal.
What's that?
One of those guns. It's the Pearl.
And the crew of the Black Pearl charge into the mansion.
We know you're here, Poppet. Come out. And we promise we won't hurt you. We will find you, Poppet. You've got something of ours, and it calls to us. The gold calls to us.
Then I guess the gold must have had a bit of a sore throat or something. I mean, you guys were right next to the ship that Elizabeth was on in the flashback, and I guess it didn't want to call for you then? So the crew takes Elizabeth to the captain of the Black Pearl, Captain Barbosa.
Apologies, miss.
Captain Barbosa, I am here to negotiate the cessation of hostilities against Port Royal.
There were a lot of long words in there, miss. We're naught but humble pirates. What is it that you want?
I want you to leave and never come back.
I'm disinclined to acquiesce to your request. Means no.
Very well. I'll drop it.
You have a name, Missy?
Elizabeth Turner.
Miss Turner.
Bootstrap.
Very well, you hand it over and we'll put your town to our rudder and ne'er return.
Put the clear for what?
You have to take me to shore, according to the code of the Order of the Reverend.
First, your return to shore was not part of our negotiations nor our agreement, so I must do nothing. And secondly,
I like this guy already. So Turner wants to get Elizabeth back. But to do that, he needs a pirate to show him where the pearl could possibly be. Who is he gonna go to?
Sorry, someone will have heard that.
not without my effect.
Norrington, I don't think it's such a bright idea to have your entire crew go on that ship to get 2 people. You may want to leave a few others behind so that they can guard the interceptor. You know, your most prized ship in Port Royal, so nothing bad just like that.
Sailors, back to the interceptor, now!
I want to go swimming! So Sparrow and Turner, they take the interceptor, and they go to the lovely, peaceful land of Tortuga.
More important, this is indeed a satellite that has never breathed deep the sweet, proliferous bouquet.
The reason for coming here is to find a crew. He starts off with Mr. Gibbs, who was with the crew in the opening, but then now he's a homeless person, I think, in Tortuga.
Now, what's the nature of this venture of yours?
I'm going after the Black Pearl. I know where it's going to be, and I'm going to take it.
Jack, it's a fool's errand. Are you no better than me the tales of the Black Pearl?
That's why I know what Barbossa is up to. All I need is a crew.
What I hear tell of Captain Barbossa, he's not a man to suffer fools, nor strike a bargain with one.
Well, then I'd say it's a very good thing I'm not a fool, then, eh?
Prove me wrong. What makes you think Barbossa will give up his ship to you?
Let's just say it's a matter of leverage, eh?
Thunder. The kid?
That is the child of Bootstrap Bill Turner, his only child. Savvy?
Is he now? I think I feel a change in the wind, says I. I'll find us a crew. There's bound to be some sailors on this rock crazy as you.
One can only hope.
And now we catch up with Elizabeth on the Black Pearl.
You'll be dining with the captain, and he requests you wear this.
Well, you may tell the captain that I am disinclined to acquiesce to his request.
He said you'd say that. He also said if that be the case, you'll be dining with the crew, and you'll be naked.
So why is this gold so important to Barbossa, as well as Elizabeth?
You don't know what this is, do you?
It's a pirate medallion.
This is Aztec gold. One of 882 identical pieces they delivered in a stone chest to Cortez himself. Blood money paid to stem the slaughter he wreaked upon him with his armies. But the greed of Cortez was insatiable. So the heathen gods placed upon the gold a terrible curse. And immortal that removes but a single piece from that stone chest shall be punished for eternity. Find it, we did. There be the chest. Inside be the gold. We took 'em all. We spent 'em and traded 'em, and frittered 'em away on drink and food and pleasurable company. The more we gave 'em away, the more we came to realize the drink would not satisfy. Food turned to ash in our mouths, and all the pleasurable company in the world could not slake our lust. We accursed men, Miss Turner. There is one way we can end our curse. All the scattered pieces of the Aztec gold must be restored, and the blood repaid. Thanks to ye, we have the final piece,
And the blood to be repaid?
That's why there's no sense to be killing you. Yet.
And then we are introduced to, by far, the most badass scene in a movie ever made.
What is it you're planning on doing next? The moonlight shows us for what we really are. We are not among the living, and so we cannot die. But neither are we dead. For too long I've been parched of thirst and unable to quench it. Too long I've been starving to death and haven't died. I feel nothing. Not the wind on my face, nor the spray of the sea, nor the warmth of a woman's flesh. You best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one.
So after the most awesome scene ever, we cut back to Jack, who has found himself a crew.
And what's the benefit for us?
Anna Maria.
I suppose you didn't deserve that one either.
No, that one I deserve.
You stole my boat.
And no one would dare steal a boat from a Na'vi. So their first night out is a bit of a roughin'. Yeah, here's what they didn't show you though. You know, how is it that Pirates of the Caribbean managed to get 2 Jurassic Park 3 references out of me? And folks, this is where I'm gonna have to leave you. This movie's way too big for one sitting, so I'm gonna have to split this review into at least 2 parts. Will Captain Jack Sparrow get his Black Pearl back? Will Turner and Swan get together by the end? Yeah. Can the undead crew actually die? And will WolfLandmaster ever have funny jokes? Find out in Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, Part 2.